Here are sweet potatoes we got mail order because we could not get them locally. They came from Louisiana, and I think they're Beauregard.
And if you see, they're not very big. We've had them planted they're sturdy, but they don't seem to be growing very good.
Better in other pots, not in this pot.
We got them in different types of soil, testing different things.
And here's some more slips that we have to find a space for, but we're running out of space. And there you can see down in there is our sweet potato. We're trying to make our own, which we did, but boy, there's bug holes. Okay, these are okra, crimson and spineless.
We just actually put these in. They're really hardy. We're gonna leave them right in here. I don't know if it's too tight for them or not, but I'm leaving them right here.
We got a few more we're gonna plant.
We like them, so we're gonna see what happens with these. Like I said, we just got them in about a week ago, so.
And for whatever reason, this particular bin is taking off. I don't know why, but there is, I think, more nitrogen in this bucket, which is nice, but too much nitrogen can put most of the growth in the leaves and not in the tubers, they say. We will see. All right, these are peppers. We have a total of 34 peppers.
You have to look down. You can see they're pretty tight, sturdy, dark green enough. Many different types. Some have been trimmed, so we'll have them at different times.
This one's been topped off.
We got them in different types of soil. You see many of them's already blooming in that.
We have sweet banana, red bell, green bell, yellow bell, cayenne, poblanos,
Sweet pepper.
Sweet peppers, I think hot bananas, which this one looks kind of, I don't know, it's got a lot of flowers and it looks like a lot of peppers, but it looks kind of straggly. I don't know. But they're actually looking good.
But this is the same type, and it also has a lot of peppers on already, little peppers coming on it. So we'll see. But this is, you know, this is still early June yet. So we're way ahead of the ball game.
This is a Dad's Sunset that I got from my daughter.
And
see, this is Napa cherry tomato, which is yellow and very sweet.
And these are, you can see they're young, so we're gonna have tomatoes all through the year, summer, spring, fall.
In our lettuce, we struggled a little bit. I think I planted them in the wrong soil, so we took them out, replanted amongst new seeds. So there's several different growths here. And then we have a really good romaine lettuce one that is really growing up. And we'll be able to harvest that pretty soon, I think.
Probably already ready to harvest a lot of them.
And here are Mark's potatoes that are just going crazy. They're really...
And the funny thing is, I don't even eat potatoes. But you can see they've been top-filled again. How full they are. Nice heavy leaves.
5-gallon buckets.
Here's our green beans. We lost them once this year. I brought them out too early.
They were started from seed inside.
They froze on us. I had to end up taking them into the greenhouse because we didn't have the greenhouse quite done.
They came back, as you can see. I'm pretty surprised.
We reseeded.
Really going up.
And put a lot of new ones in. You see, this is probably, it's over 3 feet tall. They are moving up now. So, but you can see how nice they are. They should be producing soon. Like I said, this is not even the middle of June yet. And over here, if you notice, on these potatoes, we are already starting to blossom. And when we start, matter of fact, I will take the blossoms off because we will not need blossoms on our potato plants.
Moving on to our tomatoes. I'm really excited about them. I don't eat many of them unless they're cooked, so this is interesting. But this is an heirloom called Brandywine Livingston, and it has what they call a potato leaf because the leaves aren't serrated like the other ones.
And if you see right here, we had a hailstorm. It was kind of funny 2 days ago, and it
really damaged
them a little bit.
And we have had these going since March.
You can see this one's going to go ahead and produce more leaves or start.
This is one as well. But look at the size of that stalk. Oops. Can't really tell, I guess. And another, this is just a red tomato from last year's seeds. This one is a California Gold.
And if you've noticed, we already have tomatoes. Like I said, this is early June. We had tomatoes on it right already. Up there and here. We have 2 California Golds, which have both got tomatoes. This here is a, which one's the early boy or early girl?
Better Boy.
Better Boy. And I prune all these tomatoes, by the way, if you noticed. So that produces a lot heavier growth.
Gonna start producing, got a lot of flowers. And this is a black cherry tomato that my daughter started from seed. I'm excited. The kids love the black cherries. And this is kind of my baby, Winch's, Dr. Winch's tomatoes. It's supposed to be one of the very best flavor. An old heirloom tomato that's yellow. But the acid blend is supposed to be very neutral and delicious. And this is Paul Robeson, another really delicious tomato right off the vine.
And you can see
it has some savory notes. Yeah, but the tomatoes grow very fast.
If I didn't have this one in with it, I will take this bottom leaf off and bring the dirt up much higher to fill this bucket up and let it grow thicker.
Here are cucumbers, excuse me.
And cucumbers
and they have, oh my gosh, they started, let's see, May 15th, so they're 1 month. And considering hail and everything else, they're going to climb the trellis. And we should have quite a few cucumbers. Radishes, a small little container,
they're
but
about done with,
if you look though, you can see. Let's see.
There's quite a few in there. We need to get rid of them though. Now it's.
I don't know if you can see it,
done.
but there's some pink radishes. This is cauliflower. I'm excited. Some head lettuce.
And if you look at the head lettuce, how big it's gone. It's nice size head lettuce.
Firm
and everything. Kale, I've been eating right along. I come out, pick it. As a matter of fact, I better be picking more of it, looks like. And I've been cutting it up for salads and breakfast and stuff like that. I cook with my eggs.
And in the back is one of the things I'm most excited about. It is Brussels sprouts. They get quite tall. That's why they are in the back with the trellis. And I love roasted Brussels sprouts. So we will see. Here is another Dr. Winch's tomato, the yellow one. And Livingston, an heirloom. And another small Paul Robinson that decided to come up late.
And no, actually this Paul Robinson here was about 4 inches tall. I brought the dirt, I actually trimmed the leaves off, brought the dirt around the outside up, and then filled in around it. And that was just this morning. So it'll be real thick, and by next week it'll be taller and thicker.
This is our turnip bin and some acorn squash in the back. It's going to climb the trellis. I just planted some carrots, and you can see the real tiny little ones coming up.
What kind of carrots?
They are a
red?
Purple dragon. They're purple on the outside, orange on the inside. And you can see the little nubs. But with our turnips, he had originally planted them in a straight row, and we had torrential rains, like 5 inches.
And then a raccoon.
And a raccoon came in and ravaged this bed. So we had to hand take all of our little seedlings that had come up and space them out. And we did the best we could. And since then we have put onions, these are onions, around the whole bed, and we have not had a problem. And here's our next bed with beets and yellow squash. It also had the rain wash
And
everything
kinda,
away.
Yeah, we're going to have to redo the beets.
That's a beet
resow and
plant.
put some
They're
more
just-
beets in because I really do like beets, and I just haven't
And that's a
resowed them any because we haven't had
yellow
space.
squash. It will go over the side or up the trellis.
That's
So
a summer squash here. So
these are eggplants, and you can see a little flower that's starting to try. These we bought from the store. We bought 6. However, this one I planted, and this one, and that one. So we have quite a few of them. I need to transplant a couple. So we'll have a nice variety of eggplants.
okay, and over here now we have our grapes. They're the Concord grapes.
Let's see.
One kind of
They're purple,
purple Concords, and I'm not sure what the other ones were.
but
I
it's
think these
really
are all
growing
3.
well. The rain and wind has kind of knocked it down. We're going to
we're gonna
put
have
it
to
back up on the
re-trellis up a little
trellis. And we have 3 others. They're much smaller, but they're just the bag, the ones you get out of the bag. So
They
they're
were just a
very
stick,
healthy.
actually.
Yeah, they're very healthy for that. And they're also Concord. And we have one more over here. So we have a total of 4 on our trellis. Walking around to the side. And we got blueberries. And the leaves, we got them yesterday. The leaves were almost non-existent. But look at the loaded strawberries on these, or blueberries on these, excuse me. So we potted them up, made the soil acidic. They love acidic.
Hopefully they'll make it. Not sure, but we're going to see.
There's 2 in here, 1 here, and our grandkids just love blueberries.
The problem is these 3 are all identical, so we have to get a different type.
They're all Northland, and it was they were made by Michigan State, and they do really well in our climate. Some say that you need an additional different kind to pollinate, and it will improve your berry production. As you can see, we aren't too worried about that this year. We have a lot of berries here, but we do intend on getting the additional plant to help pollinators. Our daughter lives amongst numerous blueberry farms, so we're hoping to get the appropriate kind when we visit.
And over here is Old Faithful. This is our grape arbor. It's been here for years now for us. You can see, let's look at right here. There's tons of little grapes coming out. They're all down through here, if you just look. And it's just
Little tiny grapes. Aren't they just adorable? So we're hoping.
hopefully before.
We originally thought it might die. The leaves died back last year, and so we really thought it was a goner. But when my husband pruned it, it was still pliable this spring, and it came back like gangbusters. So we just fertilized it a little bit, and we're hoping it'll help. We did find out they don't like wet feet, and this ground gets a little wet, so we'll see how it does this year. And this is our, if you notice, our don't know squash. Don't do that. I planted seeds, didn't mark them, and bless their little hearts. They are growing, the little plant that could, but we don't know what they are. I guess we'll see. These are the strawberries we had shipped from Oregon. We got them last week. They have all greened up, and you can see, look at that already. It's trying. Amazing. Which one is this, honey? Oh, this is a spaghetti squash. Tell them what a spaghetti squash is, babe. Honey.
What now?
Tell them what
I was looking at the other ones.
Oh, you were admiring. Tell them what a spaghetti squash is. There's some blooms trying to start.
Yep, we got them right here starting. Actually, I use I know what spaghetti squash is. You just cook them, you cut them in half, and actually the inside's like spaghetti. You just dig them out, and you can use them as spaghetti.
They're tender and delicious.
They're tender and nice. Yep.
This is another spaghetti squash because we like them.
That's one of our main squashes that we do eat a lot of.
This is the other don't know. We don't know.
Oh, that one does have a name.
No, this one has a don't know tag. But as soon as it starts to, it has to be either zucchini or yellow squash. I'm not sure which.
Well, it's not zucchini.
This is a spaghetti squash. You can see it's a little yellow because it was tipped over by accident.
And you notice on that, we have tons of blooms coming in on this one too, and over there. So.
Okay, so here is my entry into the Dibert Dill's Atlantic Giant Pumpkin Competition. This one is Jessica's. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I planted mine in the ground directly. I don't think it's going to get as much sun as Mark's, but we will see. I'm excited about these this year. They get up to 1,000 pounds, sometimes higher.
Oh, not these here. And over here then is our zucchini.
And look at the babies on there. You see those? Look at that. They're just babies, but they're beautiful.
More zucchini?
A baby zucchini. This is a red cabbage and a regular cabbage. This is cucumber babies that we have to find a space for. A sardinia pepper. And here comes my strawberry tower. We got these from Oregon as well. They're seascape strawberries. They're supposed to be larger and of course sweet. So we will see. We're just starting. These were bare root. And they really have come on well. Very healthy. We got them in April, right?
Yeah.
And then here's some of them that came in early and I just put them in the bottom. These are Mark's onions. You start those early and they're getting nice and tall. Spinach, which
it needs to be cut also.
It really needs to be cut. I need to get in there and cut that. This is broccoli right here. And we put the onions in there to keep critters out. But you can see, if I can get you in there. Where is it? Oh, there we are. Tiny little broccoli. It's so cute. This is just regular carrots, Denver half-longs. They're just in a little container. And in the front of our broccoli, because it's a cold weather crop, which means it won't last all summer, they'll be pulled. And it will leave a watermelon. It's a sugar baby, and we're going to train it to climb the trellis. In the back is some head lettuce, which wasn't wise putting it there because I put it with some peas. The hail has almost killed the peas. And I did tuck a watermelon back in there so that when I take these out, it will be there.
Okay, these here are watermelon also that we had leftover ones, and we just actually transplanted these in a few days ago.
Started from seed.
And they started from seed also.
These are sugar babies.
Sugar babies, and
again, here's another container of sugar babies.
so hopefully we'll have a lot of watermelons coming up.
We're going to train them to go over the trellis. And next to this, we have cantaloupe. And I don't really see any flowers yet. Oh, but here's a little one starting.
The cantaloupe have just actually taken right off. I don't.
Kind of got a late start on them.
We had a late start. Like
we were building trellises and finding containers. Here's miniature roses I got. We had a really hard time finding roses. They said there was a shortage. I got 3 miniature plants at Walmart. They're extremely hardy, by the way. And Mark got a Moonlight in Paris Floribunda. It will climb this trellis.
And you see how many buds it's on it already, and we have one slowly open up. It's 100 petals. But it wasn't my choice of the color.
We didn't have a choice.
Since they only had 2 left of roses, and we traveled all over and couldn't find any roses because every place was sold out. And everybody said they didn't get many in this year, but you can see there's tons of them. I did a little pruning. See, this one was damaged. I will take that one off.
They were just planted last night, so we'll see.
So, yeah.
Here's some cantaloupe that have got a later start, but they should do just fine. And some flowers that I planted in the front. So that's the garden for now. We're going to try to do this every couple weeks as a diary of our garden and how well things do. So we will see you in a couple weeks.
And hopefully we'll be producing more to eat next time.
Goodbye.